All right, so let's jump into all this stuff about NVIDIA at CES 2025.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got news reports and analyst opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and even a blog post from NVIDIA themselves.
Wow.
So,
yeah, looks like they,
pretty cool.
yeah, definitely. They were all over CES this year.
So much
So
here.
lots of buzz, especially in the AI world.
Where do we even
Well,
begin?
maybe we can focus on 3 key things.
Okay.
So first, NVIDIA is making a big push into AI.
Okay.
Way beyond just gaming.
Okay.
Like, think robots that can learn
Really?
like humans.
Wow.
Second, they've got this new computer.
Uh-huh.
It's super powerful, but fits in a bag.
Cool.
And finally, some analysts think NVIDIA's on track to be the world's first $10 trillion company.
Wow. Okay,
Some of
so
my claims.
yeah, those are some big claims.
Yeah.
Let's start with the AI stuff.
Okay.
I read that NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, had everyone going crazy at his keynote.
He did. It was like a
Wow.
packed arena, 12,000 people,
Wow.
all excited to hear about the future of AI
Yeah.
and the stock.
And the stock market reacted right away.
Oh, wow.
NVIDIA shares jumped up over 3% on the news.
So investors are definitely paying attention.
Clearly, yeah.
So what exactly did he announce?
Well, for gamers, there's the new Geforce RTX 50 series graphics cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so these GPUs are powered by AI,
Okay.
promising graphics so realistic they'll look like movies.
Really?
Even the lowest end card, the RTX 5070, is said to be as powerful as the previous top-of-the-line card.
Wow.
Huge leap forward in performance.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But what about the AI beyond gaming?
Right.
What's NVIDIA doing there?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
NVIDIA isn't just content with making games look better.
Right.
They want to use AI to transform industries.
Okay.
For example, Huang talked about how AI agents could become commonplace in the workplace, with IT departments essentially acting as their HR managers.
Boy, so instead of fixing computers, IT departments will be managing teams of AI workers.
That's the idea. Yeah.
That's a pretty wild idea. It is, and it shows how much NVIDIA believes in the power of AI
Right.
to change the way we work.
Yeah.
They're not just developing the hardware, they're also creating the platforms and tools
Right.
that will enable us to interact with AI in new and innovative ways.
So it's not just about faster gaming or cool graphics.
Right.
It's about a fundamental shift in how we use technology in our daily lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about robots.
Yeah.
NVIDIA has been working on something called the Cosmos platform. Essentially, it uses AI models to create incredibly realistic simulations
Okay.
of the real world.
So it's like a video game for robots.
You could say that,
Oh.
that the purpose is to teach robots about the physical world. Things like gravity friction and how objects interact.
And how?
And get this, they're even using the Apple Vision Pro headset
Wow.
to train these robots in virtual reality.
Hold on. Robots wearing VR headsets.
It's a funny image.
It is, but why would they do that?
It's actually a brilliant idea. Training robots in virtual reality is much safer and more efficient than in the real world.
Okay.
Imagine a robot practicing a task 1,000 times in VR
Yeah.
before ever interacting with a real object.
Wow.
It eliminates risks and allows robots to learn much faster.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA is using AI to create these incredibly smart robots.
Right?
But what about this new computer I keep hearing about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Project Digits.
Okay.
They're calling it a desktop supercomputer. And it's the first PC that NVIDIA has ever designed from the ground up.
I bet it's huge and costs a fortune.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
Okay.
It's incredibly small, fits in a bag,
Really?
and costs around $3,000.
Okay, but
But here's the kicker. It's reportedly 1,000 times more powerful
1,000 times.
than a typical laptop.
What could you even do with that kind of power?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's designed for developers and AI enthusiasts
Okay.
who need serious computing power to do things like train AI models or run complex simulations or create stunning graphics.
Yeah.
It's like having a mini data center right there in your backpack.
That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
So NVIDIA is making these huge advancements in AI,
Mm-hmm.
and now they've got this super-powered computer
Right?
that anyone can buy.
Yeah.
No wonder people are talking about them becoming a $10 trillion company.
Right, and they're not just stopping there.
So what else?
They're partnering with other companies to expand their reach even further.
Like who?
Well, they're working with companies like Toyota and Uber to develop self-driving car technology, and they've even teamed up with MediaTek
Really?
to develop CPUs for PCs.
So they're going after Intel and AMD.
It certainly seems that way.
Wow.
The PC CPU market has been dominated by those two companies for a long time.
Yeah.
But NVIDIA sees an opportunity.
Okay.
And with Microsoft pushing for more ARM-based chips in Windows PCs,
Right.
it makes sense for NVIDIA to jump in.
So on top of everything else, they're trying to revolutionize the way our computers work from the inside out.
Precisely. And speaking of revolutions,
Okay.
let's not forget about those self-driving car partnerships.
Right.
NVIDIA's Drive Hyperion platform
Okay.
is now officially certified for safety by some major industry groups.
So we're talking about actual self-driving cars on the road,
Yeah.
powered by NVIDIA's technology.
It is, and they're already working with Toyota to
Right.
integrate their Orin chips and automotive operating system into several Toyota models.
Wow.
We could be seeing features like advanced driver assistance systems, self-parking, and maybe even full self-driving capabilities in the near future.
This is all starting to feel very real, very fast.
Yeah.
If NVIDIA is making the chips for gaming AI self-driving cars and now CPUs too, are they basically going to be inside everything we use?
That's the big picture here.
Okay.
They're not just a chip maker anymore.
Yeah.
They're building the foundation for an AI-powered world. And as AI becomes more and more integrated into our lives,
Yeah.
NVIDIA will undoubtedly be a major player.
Okay, but let's get back to those analysts predicting they'll be a $10 trillion company.
Okay.
How do they even come up with those numbers?
Right. It's a staggering figure.
Yeah.
But one analyst, Wise Bull,
Okay.
argues that it's not as far-fetched as it sounds. They point out that the need for computing power is only going to increase as AI becomes more sophisticated.
That makes sense. We've come a long way from playing Pac-Man to having robots that can learn the physics.
Exactly.
Who knows what's next?
And Wise Bull believes that NVIDIA's GPUs are essential for this growth.
Okay.
They say that companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are in a race to develop and implement AI.
Okay.
And they're buying up NVIDIA's GPUs as fast as they can make them.
So it's like a gold rush, but for AI chips.
You could say that.
And NVIDIA struck gold.
Wise Bull thinks that NVIDIA's current valuation is actually undervaluing them. Considering their market dominance and projected growth,
Okay.
they predict that NVIDIA could reach a $5 trillion market cap relatively quickly and potentially hit $10 trillion in just a few years.
Those are some huge numbers.
Yeah.
But I have to admit,
Yeah.
after seeing what NVIDIA is doing, it doesn't sound impossible.
Right.
They're really pushing the limits of what technology can do.
They are, and it's not just about the technology itself.
Okay.
NVIDIA is also creating a whole ecosystem of developers, partners, and customers who are all contributing to this AI revolution.
Right, like with that new Project Digits computer.
Exactly.
It's more than just a cool gadget.
Yeah.
It's a tool that will empower a whole new generation of AI developers.
Right.
And those developers will create even more amazing things,
Yeah.
which will increase the demand for NVIDIA's chips. It's a cycle of innovation.
Exactly. And that's what makes NVIDIA so exciting to watch. They're not just riding the AI wave, they're
Yeah.
creating it, and they show no signs of slowing down.
So let's recap for a second.
Okay.
We've gone from gaming graphics to AI agents, robots that learn physics, a powerful new computer,
Right.
and a potential $10 trillion valuation.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, and it shows just how rapidly things are changing in the world of technology.
It does. These deep dives give us a glimpse into the future.
Right.
And it's both fascinating and a little bit overwhelming.
And the thing is, this isn't just about tech enthusiasts and investors.
Right.
AI is going to affect everyone.
Think about it. Healthcare, education, transportation, entertainment.
Wow.
Every industry will be transformed by AI in some way.
So what does this all mean for us for everyday people?
It's going to require us to be adaptable,
Right.
learn new skills, and think differently about the world.
If AI is the future, we need to figure out how to be a part of that future.
Yeah.
And that's something our listeners should think about too.
This deep dive has given you a glimpse into the future.
Right.
Now it's up to you to decide what you'll do with it.
Right. It's not just about learning to code or becoming an AI expert,
Right.
although those are certainly valuable skills.
It's about understanding how AI will change the way we live, work,
Yeah.
and interact with the world around us.
It's about being adaptable, creative, and open to new possibilities. It's about asking ourselves some big questions.
Yeah. What does it mean to be human in an AI-powered world?
Right.
What are our values? What kind of future do we want to build?
Exactly. Those are questions everyone needs to be thinking about,
Absolutely.
not just tech companies and policymakers.
And this deep dive into NVIDIA's activity at CES has given us plenty to consider.
Yeah.
They're clearly betting big on AI.
Right. Pushing boundaries.
What strikes me is how they're not just focused on the technology itself.
Uh-huh.
They're thinking about the bigger picture,
Okay.
the impact AI will have on society as a whole.
Like with those foundation models they're using to train robots.
Exactly. It's not just about making robots more efficient.
Right.
It's about teaching them to understand the world in a more human-like way.
It really makes you wonder.
If we can teach robots to understand physics,
Yeah.
can we also teach them to understand ethics?
Right.
Can we create AI that aligns with our values?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, and it's a question we as a society need to grapple with right now. The
Yeah.
decisions we make about AI today will have a huge impact on the future.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with a mix of excitement
Yeah.
and a little bit of apprehension.
The future holds so much potential,
Right.
but there are also many unknowns.
It's true. But the important thing is to stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking those tough questions.
Because the future isn't something that just happens to
That's
us.
fine.
We
Yeah.
create it together.
That's a great point. So let's create a future where AI empowers us, not defines us.
A future where technology serves humanity,
Right.
not the other way around.
That's the challenge.
Yeah.
And the opportunity before us.
And on that note, we'll leave you with one final thought. What would you ask an AI if you could ask it anything?
Think about it. What question would give you the most insight into this new world we're creating?
Until next time,
Keep diving deep.
and keep exploring the future.